Hey guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full review, a level 1 to 150 on Steambandit, which is actually the newest ancestral monster. You can pick this monster up right now through the Conjuring event with the tickets. But today I'm going to go ahead and do a full review from level 1 to 150, showing you guys the best skills, the best rune setup, and everything you need to know about this monster. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, it's going to get started. Alrighty guys, so before we do get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Social Point for, basically providing all the resources, making this video possible, and overall just sponsoring this video. So they went ahead and gave me 9,000 cells. Not only that, but also they gave me the egg here so that we can go ahead and actually hatch it. So if I were to go here, there we go. We got, is this Stina? Alright, Steambandit, and this is the design right here. I kind of like it. I think it's cool. So we're going to go ahead and finish this instantly. 45 gems. Alright, awesome. We're going to hatch it right in there. And look at that. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Look at that. What is she going to do? Oh, she didn't even... Wait, did she even like do anything? It's just like the spike literally just like rose out from the ground and boom, hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think she even like tried anything. But we have immunity to blind, hardened, trade protection. So you're going to be protecting these two here. 25% stamina drain. I don't think I've seen that before. I usually see like a stamina leak or like a... Wait, isn't this new? Or am I... What? Wait a second. Remove 25% stamina from all enemies. So just like straight away, just like remove 25%. And then you're also applying stamina leak. So they're going to have to charge up. Wow, he's going to be a stamina drainer in a way. And when you do obtain this monster, you're going to get all these rewards as well. So you're going to get 10 vault keys, 10 bronze, and then 4 to 6 rune chests as well. And whatever other book she's going to be available in as well in the future. But let's go ahead and open it up, and that's what we got. Before I do go ahead and feed it up, we got to max it out. Come on. So rank 1, you get hardened. And then you want to get it to at least rank 2, because I believe at rank 2, you're going to start unlocking all of the skills, like for the monster. So you want to get it to at least rank 2. And then we got trade protection there. Let's go ahead and break it out even more. Get that rank up in. There we go. Rank 4. We got 25% stamina drain. Finally, we went ahead and maxed it out. All right. And we have 300 gems remaining still. That's awesome. But yeah, look at that thing, man. We're going to go ahead and start feeding it up. And look, at level 4 straight away, you're going to get that final like adult version design. So I actually kind of like it. What do you guys think? I think it's kind of cool. It's like a Western look in a way. She's like using all those artifacts to like build an armor for herself. So it's interesting for sure. Bet she had like a mask, not mask. Yeah, maybe mask actually. Mask with sword. I think that's probably going to be her relics. Oh, mask and armor. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. You know what I mean? She has armor on. She has mask on. So I was pretty close. But let's go over the stats here. So overall with stats, you get 58,368 strength, 1.772 million life, and 30,704. So overall, crazy stats because it's an ancestral, of course. I believe it's actually better than every other ancestral in the game because, of course, it's the newest one, so that makes sense. But let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So it activates all cooldowns on all enemies and applies block positive status effect. Okay, so if you guys aren't really familiar with this, when you have this applied, if they try to apply like any kind of positive status effect on themselves, like let's say health regen, double damage, whatever it is, it's going to block it. It's not going to work. So it's actually kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and actually just equip it on the 3rd slot there. And let's see what else we have here. Low water damage to all enemies, removes 100% stamina from all enemies. Okay, like a stamina drain. Interesting. What else do we have here? Ruins evasion from one enemy, gives itself 1 extra turn. I'll take that. Sure, it gives you an extra turn by also removing evasion. What about this? Removes all taunt from one enemy and gives 1 extra turn to itself. So I did... Whoa, okay. Taunt disabler. So it disables any kind of taunt or mega taunt trait. That's quite interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. This is probably the first monster to have it. But you're able to just disable any taunt or mega taunt trait. And it's basically a trait disable, except like it's not really a trait disable, you know? It's like just for taunt and megaton monsters. It's like comparing Pierce with like Cold Blood. You know how Cold Blood is able to bypass dodge area and you know, like taunt and megaton monsters, but then Pierce can go through anything, and I mean anything. So it's basically like that. Let's see what else we have here. Activates cooldown on all enemies. So you can carry another AoE CDA if you want. That might be actually a better option than removing full stamina, in my opinion. I would highly recommend going for a job for stamina than going for a loft dessert, because guys, it's just a better option. You know, like if I were to go up against a monster, and I know for a fact, because you guys know a lot of monsters do back up their stamina by carrying a relic that will give them stamina regen, you know? So if you're going to stamina drain them, they're just going to back it up with like a relic. But if you know for sure they don't have any kind of relics that will like help them with that, then you can carry the skill. Like for example, Team Wars, because you know what you're going up against. You know what relics the enemy's carrying. Removes 100% stamina. Activate CDA, applies block, pause, or status effect. No. What is this? Removes 100% stamina, applies boiling to an enemy. So she comes with some tortures as well. If you want to carry those, you can. Me personally though, I like these 4 skills. I'm gonna go with them. But I would say, let me take a look at the stamina. So stamina wise, it's like medium. Cooldowns is also medium, you know what I mean, for the most part, so it's not bad. But let's take a look at the before we get into the runes, let's get into relics. Okay, so for relics you have mask and armor. For the masks, I would highly recommend doing Fury Forces mask. This is actually an excellent choice if you want to go with one. If you do own it, I'd highly recommend giving it. Fury Dojo masks is also like, you could never go wrong with Fury Dojo mask. This is actually a really good one too. Cosmos Civilization is one, not bad either if you want to give it, if you have it. If you don't have any of those, I highly recommend giving like a Torvox's mask. That one's also really good. And when it comes out to the relics here, I'd highly recommend doing an Honor Dojo mask. This is like probably the best one to give. You can do a couple other ones. I wouldn't do pure Gaia, but Killer Ox armor is really good if you want to give that. There is another one actually. Is it Cosmos Civilization? Cosmos Civilization is actually a mask. Oh my gosh. I'm looking for Oh yeah, there it is. So Celestial Paradise armor. This one's actually really good, guys, if you want to give it as well. But me personally, for the mask, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with the mask that gives stamina, Fury Dojo mask. You know what I mean? So I have something that will back me up with stamina. And then Honor Dojo armor, you can't go wrong with this one. Honestly, this is an excellent armor on almost any monster. I'm going to go ahead and just get it to like level 30 and just keep it at there. And there we go. We're just going to give this. So after being damaged by skill, deals basically 63k points of nature damage, applying poison. And then you're also getting stamina, applying stamina regen as well whenever you need that. And then if everybody's from Honor Dojo, you're going to get armor, which is cool. Now when it comes down to the runes, guys, I would recommend you guys doing like a full speed. You don't want to give it any team speeds. I know some of you guys are like, well, what if you go up against a Megaton? Well, that's why you have this skill right here. It removes, no, first, if they have any kind of evasion, you can remove that. But you have this right here. You can literally disable any taunts, Megataunt. Right after that, you can CDA all of them. You know what I mean? So it helps. So it's cool. I'd highly recommend doing that. And you can pair it up with like a Megaton if you want on the side, or it could be like a healer, whatever it is, or a monster that could like remove negative stat effects from you. That would also be huge. Linneus is not a bad option if you want to run it with Linneus. Another good monster would be Aspero Flame. Speaking of Aspero, I actually have to give it a relic that would give stamina. So I'm going to have to equip this, but we're going to have to level it up a little bit. Let's try to get it to like level 20 for now. I think 20 should do the job, really. I guess I could have also given it a Star Sailors, but it's okay. So, you know, you can pair it up with Aspero along the side. So, you know, Stina takes in the first turn, Aspero right after, and, you know, it doesn't have to be right after because you're going to CDA them. And if they are not immune to control, you know, if they're not immune to cooldown activation, then you'll be good. You know, you'll set them up with the CDA. They're going to have to charge up. Aspero takes in the turn and goes crazy, you know, with a damage boost and also just attacking like crazy here. I was going to give it JJ Sword, but he doesn't really need it because that's 50% damage boost. If it was maybe 25% damage boost or something, I would have been sure, but he doesn't really need that. All right, guys, first battle. Here's the lineup we're going up against. Okay, there's some Megatons in the enemy team. Again, it could be any Megaton really. I just went with Skycall because it has taunt plus Megataunt, I guess. But anyways, what you want to do, let's say, because in this case, we could hit him with CDA because it's just taunt. But let's say if it was like a Megaton monster. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to imagine it. Yeah, let's just say that that monster right there just has straight up Megatons, okay? And we can't really bypass it. We can't attack these guys because it's just going to go towards a Megaton. Guess what? If there was evasion, you could just start off with something like this. I give a Dragon Silence, so it has that dodge area. I thought it was going to get evasion or something, but we could have kind of like used that. But anyways, look at this. Taunt Disabler. So let's say we go ahead and attack, and look at that. That Megaton's disabled. So now you're able to attack whoever you want. You can hit him with CDA. This one, in my opinion, is really good. So you should start off with something like this first instead of like doing like a regular CDA. But it looks like it missed on that monster. I wonder if that was just the block positives or if like the whole thing missed. But what I can do is I can do a damage boost here. So I get one turn of damage boost. And then I can literally just one tap JJ if I wanted to. But let's mess around a little bit. We're just going to do an AoE CDA just like that. Comes with some tortures. There's Torvox's mask, which is like more, but it's okay. Looks like we got full stamina drain here. And it looks like, yeah, Tideborn's actually like, I'll show you guys. Look, Tideborn, you know what I mean? We literally have to charge up. So we got hit with CDA. What about JJ? Let's see if JJ, I'm pretty sure JJ got hit with CDA as well, but let's see. Yep, there we go. He has to charge up as well. But now that it's this monster's turn, let's go ahead and just charge up here. And Stina gets a turn, and look at that. You know what I mean? Those relics are going to back you up whenever you need stamina. So what we could do, we could just remove evasion. They don't really have evasion, but we can spam CDA again. So boom, just like that, CDA spammed. You know what I mean? Now we get another turn here, being able to attack whoever we want. Let's mess around a little bit more, get rid of that Megaton, just fully eliminated. And yep, the dragon talent kicked in, whatever. Now Stina gets another turn. What I would recommend doing at this point is you can actually mess around a little bit. Like for example, you could do something like this, just so that next turn right here, it says next turn for both of them. You could just charge up so that next turn you're able to kind of like use that skill again. And again, look at this. A Tideborn is 100% hit with CDA, so he really can't do anything, and JJ can't do anything either. And looks like it's Linneus's turn, so I could apply some weaknesses maybe on them or something. That would be kind of cool. Looks like we got hit with stun. I think that is okay. That's all right. Fury Dojo Mask, kicking in again. Honor Dojo Mask on top, giving me that stamina regen that I need. Helping with those extra turner skills if I need to use them. But look at this, block positive status effect, plus you get to hit him with CDA again. Like you can literally keep spamming CDA as much as you want. That's the awesome part about this. That's a great part. So we're going to go ahead and finally eliminate JJ. We're not going to toy around a little bit. Or anymore. And it looks like life regen kind of like canceled out that. Before I was kind of confused in the past, like how like it wasn't taking any damage from tortures, but somebody pointed it out in one of my monster reviews, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, I guess. But back then it wasn't like that. I feel like I don't think it was like that in like initially, like in the past, but it must have been like a new update or something. But anyways, yeah, it's a good monster, I would say. It's not like crazy broken. Like if I had to compare Stina with like one of the old ones like Primerion, I'd rather go with Primerion just because relic slots, I feel like on Primerion is better. The monster, once it dies, it can come back. Not only that, but Primerion has a bunch of like different ways to deny, you know what I mean? Like baby reversion, there's CDA and a bunch of other things. But with Stina, it's like you got stamina drain and then you got CDA, you know what I mean? CDA is huge, you know what I mean? It's great, but what about, you know, anything else, any other way? Stamina drain really, like, oh, it all just comes down to, at least if this came with like a stamina leak on top of it, or like, I don't know, like nightmares plus stamina leak plus the 100% stamina drain, that would have been a lot better. But it's still not a bad monster. You can still invest in it. I would just say it's just like the better option is Primerion for sure still, and it remains that. But again, these two together can be paired up well with that stamina drain. Now I don't want to just say that and not give it a try, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. But look, most of the time it's just gonna go towards the Megaton, by the way, just to let you guys know. The monster doesn't have Pierce, Cold Blood, or anything like that, so when you start off the battle and if there's Megataunt, 90% of the time it's going to be a Megataunt. That monster will just absorb everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the taunt and Megaton trade table. Also, you gotta watch out from Antspatian monsters. If you're going up against Antspatian for sure and you know that, like for example Timor's, then what I would suggest doing is you can pair it up with like a Inkato or another trade disabler on the side, you know what I mean? That would be able to just trade disable without triggering the Antspatian. But most of the time that Genesis is going to be like, most of the time Genesis is a monster for the Antspatian, and she's going to take that first turn, so you got to be careful. But anyways, let's do our damage increase, and we're just going to one tap this monster, bye bye. And then with this monster we could just charge up. I guess we could have done like regenerative waves. That would be an option, because I don't think that requires any stamina, or yeah, it doesn't require stamina, but if you're hit with CDA you can't really do it. But that turn, like the first turn, we didn't do the CDA, so he was able to use it if he wanted to. Evasion, that's not going to do much, but let's do like block positives here. So block positives plus CDA, but now that they're hit with those, they can't do anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and do something like this, because there's fire weakness. I would say this trio goes well together, because this monster can provide the fire weakness. He has the fire element abilities, and then this monster could be the denial, you know, open up the path, attack for you, just so that they're not able to attack anymore. And then you've got this other monster on the side that's going to go crazy once he gets the turn. And again, just like that, boom, piercing flames. You know, fire weakness, even though it's a water monster, we have a fire weakness on them. And I had some damage boost as well. So it's all good all together. But yeah, the reason why I actually used Stina Steambandit paired up with Aspera Flame is because both of these guys work together. So if you want to run it up like on PvP, if you want to run it on Team Wars, you can do that. And then again, alongside, I would probably do Linneas just because, you know, this monster is great. The only thing that's going to be like the downside is going to be you got to watch out from like tortures, negative status effects, things like that that's going to be applied to you. But if that is the case, you can probably switch out Linneas for another monster that would be able to kind of like remove those negative status effects or like basically resurrect you altogether. Like Ural, even like that dodge area monster, you could probably like run him as a as sort of like a supporter plus maybe some torture a bit on the side, if that makes sense. That would be Everest. But it all comes down to you guys. But you can even do Diablos for... Actually, I don't know about Diablos. Xandroid would be a solid choice if you want to do Xandroid. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions on this monster. Again, you can pick it up right now through the Conjuring event here with the tickets. If you have these tickets, you can literally just click summon and then get yourself these monsters, or this monster specifically. And you get the cells. You can also get the other resources on top. Now, later on, I'll be doing a review on this monster. It's available. It's not available yet, it seems like. But once it comes out, I'll go ahead and do that full review. And it looks like it's a Megaton status caster. Interesting. That's going to be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next one.